Hi Pisces, this is Caston with your March 2020 general reading. If you like to follow me, excuse me, on Instagram, it's at Caston, CASHTONNN. If you like a personal reading, all of the information is below. If there's no availability and you still would like one, feel free to email me directly. And if any of the messages here resonate, I'd really appreciate if you like, share, or subscribe, or comment as well, and just let me know what resonated for you. I'm going to dive right into the spread. So this is extremely exciting. This spread feels really, really, really good. I have Pisces, I'm a Pisces sun. So, and anytime I read for Pisces, it's funny. I always talk about how it's kind of weird because I feel like I'm in other people's business, but then sometimes I'm also like, ooh, that really hit me. And so it's like awkward a little bit, but this is so good. So first out, we've got the Hierophant, okay, Major Arcana, Taurus energy in reverse, longevity, honor, and spiritual justice. This is followed by the Page of Pentacles, allure to new pursuits and studies. This is Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And this is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, also Earth energy, which speaks about a new start, a windfall of abundance, a windfall of assistance, right? A new beginning. I feel that something is manifesting for you or something is unfolding for you, but it is not unfolding in the way that you expected, right? With this Hierophant in reverse, this is somebody who is clinging to very rigid beliefs, right? Very rigid structures or very rigid traditions, or this is how things have always been done, right? So as it relates to this, I feel like there's something you're being called towards, or something new is unfolding for you, or you know, this is kind of like you know, maybe getting, you know, a job in a new city, and you're like, I never thought of living in Phoenix. Like, what am I going to do there? I don't really know, right? But you don't really know anything about Phoenix, and you don't realize that, you know, your happiness is there, your health is there, your boo is there, your abundance is there, your money's there. There's a big, beautiful home waiting for you, everything you've ever dreamed of. But because you don't know anything about it, you're completely discounting it, right? And Spirit is like, but wait, just let me show you, you know what I mean? That's kind of the energy I pick up here. So somebody really expecting for, you know, it's like focusing on a manifestation, but also at the same time focusing on how it will manifest and not accepting it any other way except for that way, right? But this is manifesting for you. There is a new beginning for you, and it's in a really beautiful way if you can just kind of let go of your expectations around it. Okay, let's keep going. So then we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse, water energy, leaps of happiness, followed by the Page of Cups, which is also water energy, good luck in new birth in reverse. And this is followed by the Five of Staves or the Five of Wands, which is fire energy in reverse. Now, what the Five of Wands in reverse speaks about is like conflict, happening, but the end of conflict, right? A conclusion to conflict and squabbles and back and forth and, you know, contention, right? This is the ending of that coming in. And so I feel like here with this Ten of Cups and this Page of Cups here, I feel like Pisces has been, you've been maybe felt stagnant. I don't think that anything has actually been stagnant, but it's almost like feeling stuck here, right? Feeling like you can't achieve the leaps of happiness, feeling like something's blocking you from birthing anew, feeling like there's some sort of roadblock or blockage in the way of you moving forward. This speaks about that being lifted. So you see a lot of readers, or you might hear from people they're like, you know, you might have a block, or you might be blocked, you know what I mean? You might be blocked, and that's why things are not happening or whatever, right? This is that block being lifted. So whatever it is that was in your environment or in your way that felt had you, I think I spoke about, I don't know if you all watched the Pisces check-in I did at the beginning of this month, but it spoke about a fire being lit and then kind of dimming a little bit for whatever reason, or being really fired up for something and going and the speed slowing down a little bit and being like, wait, what's happening? What's going on? Like, am I dying out? Like, what's happening to this thing? I thought we were going full speed, right? This is that blockage lifting so you can go full speed. What this card speaks about with leaps of happiness, it speaks about not comparing yourself or your journey to other people's. So if, you know, Johnny Appleseed moved to Phoenix on a promotion and, you know, his journey went this way, this is like you comparing yourself to that and then getting down, and it's like planning for things that have not even happened yet when you don't realize that your path is just completely different. So this is about focusing on your own, okay? Leaps of happiness. So this is also, and I feel the need to really go in on this. So that's why I feel the need to do this. But leaps of happiness, this card speaks about some things in life are step by step. Some things are in leaps, right? Some people go step by step. Some people leap. Some animals trot. Some animals jump. Okay, so this is about sitting by, and you might be a jumper, you might be a leaper, right? I feel like that's kind of been a lot of my life, where I'm in these in-betweens, and then something major happens and it propels me, and now I'm in this whole new life, and then I go through another in-between or a time of rest, and then something propels me, right? Whereas some people are more of a steady mover. That's how their life works. That's how their DNA is wired, right? Whatever. So this is about, I had to come into a time where I learned, oh, sometimes I'm a leaper. Like, that's just the way my life works. So I can't sit here and beat myself up because so-and-so is a steady pacer and that's how their life works. And now I'm feeling like, why doesn't my life work like that? Why am I doing something wrong? Are things dead right now? Am I late? Am I this? Am I that? Right? And it's like, no, this is just your in between. This is your cook up time, and then you will leap forward again. I really hope that made sense. Okay. So ultimately, don't compare your journey to other people's, and don't allow that to get you down and have you creating false narratives in your head about your success or your trajectory to success. Okay. Then we've got the King of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, swift, sudden decisions and actions, followed by the Nine of Cups, water energy, a wish fulfillment. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, could be dealing with another earth sign, Capricorn or Taurus, or a fire sign. I really don't feel like this is a love reading though. Anyway, so there's a wish fulfillment coming. Like I said, there's a wish fulfillment here. Things are bright for you right now, spiritually. And if you're not feeling it, if you're not seeing it, if you don't feel like what is everybody's talking about, all of this goodness that's supposed to be happening, I don't see it, then you have to examine and make sure that you're in alignment with it. You have to make sure that you're showing up for yourself, whatever that means in terms of your vision for yourself and where you're trying to go, right? You cannot, if you go to school to be a doctor and you only go to class and you do all of the lectures and you soak in all of the information, but then you don't go and practice what you've learned, it doesn't really matter, right? So this is about a wish fulfillment coming in, and you having to make decisions around it, right? There's going to be quick decisions that need to be made connected to your wish fulfillment. This Queen of Cups in reverse coming out speaks about head over heart. This speaks about making logical, smart, wise, well thought out decisions, not decisions out of emotion. The period of struggle or conflict has been released and it's now over. Leaps of happiness are here, but there are decisions that have to be made around it, and they have to be made from the headspace. A lot of times the fire ignites in us to get us to the point of being ready to make a change or to do something different or to accept things for ourselves. That's what the fire serves as, right? Fire lit under your butt. Whoa, hey, all right, what are we doing? Okay, right? That gets you going. But then, and I liken that to the emotion, right? So the fire that's lit under you when it comes to changing your job might be that you now hate your job. Or it might be now that, you know, you've had a huge blow up with somebody and you now realize this is not the place, whatever, right? That's the fire. That's the emotion that gets things moving, right? But then the reason why you might feel like things have slowed down or something has dimmed or what's really right, the reason why you may feel that fire has lessened is because spirit is pulling you out of the emotional space, pulling you into the head space and a logical space and a grounded space so that you can now make the proper and correct and right and wise, smart decisions around all of this that you've manifested. Okay. Teaching you the responsibility that comes along with all of this newness that you brought into your life spiritually. If you buy a mansion, there's certain things that you're going to have to do and put in place to make sure that the mansion is properly taken care of, right? You might hire a service to keep it clean. There might be a pool guy who makes sure, right? There's going to be things happening to make sure that it now can be maintained and well kept. You are learning these things in terms of the manifestations that you're bringing into your life. Spirit is not going to give you anything that you're not equipped to handle, but you have to be willing to get equipped, right? Pisces can be quite emotional. And I think when people speak about being emotional, they immediately equate that to like sad or crying all the time or being weak or sensitive. No, Pisces can just be emotional in general. Okay? Very emotional, whether that be anger, whether that be sadness, whether that be happy, whether that be whatever, it's on a 10. So it's like sometimes making decisions when you're in your emotions and they're on a 10, whether that be excitement, right? Anything. Not tempering that and creating that balance doesn't always give you the best outcome because there's no logic married with the excitement, or there's no wisdom married with the happiness, or there's no common sense married with the sadness or the despair to come together and give you that balance to let you know it's not that bad. Oh, all I need to do is that, right? So you're being taught those tools so that I believe you are manifesting things now, but it's like this manual being downloaded to teach you how to handle it, how to go forward, taking care of it in the best way possible, how to be a good steward over your manifestations. This is like somebody receiving a windfall of abundance, but it comes in a way that you didn't expect or a way that maybe you didn't plan for. So, you know, sometimes when those things happen, we can fumble it. But I see here that Spirit is taking care of this and making sure that you're making your decisions from a head space, not an emotional space, so that things can pan out in your highest good. Okay. So let's keep going. Amazing. We've got Justice, Major Arcana, Ancient Powers of Justice at Work, followed by the Chariot, more Major Arcana, okay? Movement and Balance, followed by the High Priestess, more Major Arcana. So you end this spread, well, we're going to do the bottom of the deck, but you end this spread on 3 Major Arcana cards. Seriously? Man, this is amazing. So you receive justice. A justice comes in for you. The High Priestess, this is you. This is you. Okay, this is Pisces energy right here. This is Pisces right here manifesting all over town. Okay, you are manifesting like crazy right now. And there's a spiritual justice here as well that is making sure, like I said, I see spirit has its hand all over this, making sure that things are taken care of for your highest good. Right? I don't really see any fumbling here as long as you're mindful, you show up for yourself and allow this balance of head and heart that's taking place. Allow that to settle in, right? Don't fight against it. No. I know I'm emotional and I don't care. And this is how, don't be so stuck with this Hierophant in reverse. Do not be so stuck on the way that you see things, the way you feel it's supposed to go, the way you think it's supposed to unfold, that you miss the train altogether, right? This is about expanding that view of how we can manifest, right? It's not always going to happen. I don't go to church anymore, but it takes me back to church when they're like, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time, right? This is like, the things that you want and that you're manifesting are so here, but you might be stuck on the way that you thought it was going to come or how it was supposed to unfold, that you don't even see it. So take a moment to take stock and examine that, right? Practice gratitude, mindfulness for the now. Because there are things that you have manifested that you wanted before this present moment that are here staring you in the face today. And you're already on next week. So you don't even see it and you can't express any gratitude for what's right here in the now because we're always running ahead. The key to what's to come is to express gratitude for right now. This is a moment that we once wanted to be here, right? Express gratitude and allow that to be the train that takes you to the next stop. So we've got the High Priestess. This is you. You're manifesting all over town. There's a justice that comes in and there's movement, okay? With the Chariot coming out, this is, and earlier, a period of struggle is ending. So whatever that stagnant energy or whatever it was that had you feeling like, what the heck, is anything even really, what's going on up there? Anything happening? That's over and there's movement that comes in. So the call you've been waiting for, I don't know, it comes in. There's a move that happens. Some of you could literally be moving. When the Chariot comes out, that is big moving energy. Period, point blank. But you notice it says movement and balance. So I feel again the need to harp on that. Make sure that you're not making decisions only from an emotional place, because with big energy at play like this and these big transitions, big changes happen in your life, you want to make sure that you're balanced so that things fall on solid ground, right? If you were jumping out of a plane, there's preparation, there's thought, right? There's things that go into it before you jump out. You have to know, when am I pulling this lever or whatever it is for the parachute? How do I jump? Is there a certain angle, right? You have to map that thing out and then you jump. That is what this energy is. You've manifested these opportunities. You've manifested this move, this call, whatever this justice is for you that you've been waiting to come in. You've manifested the justice. It's here. It's here. Now make sure that you maintain your balance as you move forward in it. Okay, no more of the extremes, right? Swinging from one end of the pendulum to the next. No more of the extremes day to day. Now we're on balanced, stable ground, right? And all right, moving forward with this, okay? It's so crazy to see this because I'm literally in the middle of a move right now. Like, so, yeah. Anyway, we've got the 10 of Wands, fire energy. This is the bottom of the deck. Overall energy for you guys, movement through pressure. So this is your overall energy. This is where you're at right now. This is what you're doing. This is what you've been doing. You've been moving through pressures of life. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. That's Pisces energy right now. I'm not stopping. I'm not giving up. I'm just going to keep going. It doesn't matter what pops up in my way. I see the end. I'm going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And then bam, the end of the conflict is here, right? Justice comes in. Movement comes in a very, 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 very strong way. I see that you've manifested this justice and movement. Wow. The tower right under. Life, death, rebirth, and new vision. Okay. So this 10 of Wands, movement through pressure, is clarified by the 4 of Wands, which is so beautiful. This talks about rest after a long journey, if you will. The 4 of Wands is coming off of a long road trip and everybody walking in the house, dropping their bags and just like, whew, we made it. We made it. Okay. So you are literally going from this, moving through these pressures, moving to bam, arrived. Drop your bags, drop the heavy load, drop the weights, get your rest. You're here, you've achieved, you've arrived, we're there, it's popping, okay? Man, this is so good. So, 2 cards came out from the Animal Spirit deck. First card, we've got the Raccoon. Talented, shadowy, and in hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to a greater or lesser degree. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. So what I get from this, you guys, you're, and I think I spoke about this again. Please refer to the Pisces reading I did at the beginning of this month. It was a special one, just to check in. But you are so coming into your own, okay? You are the high priestess. You walk around creating life in real time. Manifesting in real time. But if you don't know exactly who you are, you better find out. You better get to know it. You better start digging a little deeper and coming to know yourself, because this is who you are. Stand up in all of your power, all of your energy, and all of your glory, and be the high priestess. If you're an artist, do your art. Do it proudly. Be exactly who you are. This is an energy with this raccoon coming out. This is an energy of somebody who has so much to offer and they hide it all. This is an energy of somebody who has so much to offer and they'd rather amplify everyone else. Or so much to offer and they do it all in private and then leave their house and no one knows what's really going on behind closed doors. Nobody knows that they're singing in the mirror. right? That is this energy. And so this is you coming out of that. And with the head over heart energy, this is almost like you having a reality check with yourself and being like, you know what? Enough. How long are you going to do this act? How long are you going to hide? How long are you going to not go for it? How long are you going to be scary? Like this is like you're really getting real with yourself at this time right now and making solid decisions around who you want to be. We got the Well. Desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom. The Well represents profound emotional health and stability. Well personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, giving them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Well energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on well personalities when all else seems lost and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. So, again, you're deciding who you want to be. You're going deeper. There's no more of showing people this surface level of yourself. There's no more of showing up to the group dinner wearing a mask and performing as who people once knew you as. You are coming to a place right now where you're like, you know what? Who am I really? What's going on the inside? How do I want to present myself? How do I want to show up? Do I you know what? Maybe I want to wear all pink. I'm sick of wearing black. I only wear black because everybody else here in the company does. I don't want to wear a black suit, right? That is you're going deeper because you already know how deep your waters run. Maybe some of you don't, but you know how deep your waters run, but does everyone else? And it's not about proving. It's not about that. You don't owe anybody else. It's about being truthful to yourself first. This is somebody who has infinite waters, but the world sees them as a 3-footer, right? A very shallow pool. And I feel that you're at a time right now where you're getting very real with yourself and you're having to talk in the mirror. And you're like, you know what? You're going to know that I have an infinite well of water. I am not a 3-foot shallow pool. That is what this energy is. Okay. This is a long one. Okay, so let's pull from the Angel Oracle deck and wrap up. Almost at 30 minutes. Angels, can you give me a word for the Pisces Collective, please? I feel like you guys are just really like showing up as yourselves right now. Like I feel like you're not allowing the things that once held you back to hold you back. And I know that sounds very vague in general, so I'll use myself as an example just as encouragement. But it's like when I started doing music, you know, a while ago, I always sang growing up. I wasn't like fabulous and amazing. I don't really care. It was fun for me. It was therapeutic. I love music. I loved singing, but I'd always do it in a group. I would never sing alone. I just would not do it. It was terrifying, blah, 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 whatever. But me singing alone, of course I wanted to be successful. Of course there were all of these really trivial things that I wanted to come along with that journey. But the number one priority was to overcome that fear for myself. The number one priority was to be who I felt I truly was, which is somebody who be going around singing. It's not about becoming a celebrity. It's not about being on every stage in the world, but it was about me hiding at all times something that is a big part of me, right? And so this is what's happening here. This is about coming out of the hiding space. I feel like a lot of Pisces live like a double life, if you will. Like it's like the person that everybody knows you as, and then the person that you know yourself as. And now we are reconciling the two, right? You got the Ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself, I just saw somebody breaking out of a cell, like a jail cell. I saw somebody grabbing the door, turning and just walking out. And it wasn't hard, it wasn't difficult, there was no struggle, right? So if that resonates with you, if that's you and you're holding yourself captive, just walk out of the cell. No one is holding you there. All right, so the ocean, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. Next, we've got steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. All right. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. Happy birthday, right? Happy birthday to all of the Pisces. Celebrate. For me, I'll be celebrating with you guys. And I look forward to talking to you next time.